everyone. Welcome back to the 25 North podcast. It is myself. It is I, Jason. And I am here with the rest of my crew who seemingly have pissed off the Royals and are going to get spanked.
You know,
it was inevitable.
It's one of those things like, you guys figured it out in the South a little bit faster than we did. You know, you threw some tea in a bay, you said shove off, and you were done with the whole royalty thing. But as a Canadian, we've been living under their thumb to a degree this whole time. So I think the natural inborn need to just say fuck the monarchy is just kind of part of who I am as a modern Canadian. And while I try and remove myself from my character as much as I can, there's just some things that just run through, I guess, probably every character.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Most likely.
It's the anarchist streak.
Yeah, I've always said it's a good thing there isn't anything I care too much about, because if I did, I'd be the first one to throw a Molotov. So it's good that I'm generally passive in life and haven't found that one thing I've really latched onto, like saving the rainforests or, you know, stopping the carbon tax or something.
Right. So, but yeah, last episode was a fairly interesting one. I mean, you guys did manage to meet up at a bar, decided against all logic to talk about your plans in the middle of a street.
I, for one, think it was dumb, but what do I know?
Fine.
And then went and talked to some royals. And yeah, I guess now we're just ready to go kick off this festival.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, assuming they agreed to let Timothy leave.
They did.
Yeah, they did. They said they couldn't stop you.
Perfect.
Especially because I don't know, I think I was in a bag again because of Zaba.
I don't know if we got that far yet, but it was definitely coming. I imagine his hands probably Timothy face size, so there's always like just deal with like the face crawler of a hand situation.
Oh my god. Horrifying. Terrifying even.
Still haven't seen Alien Romulus. I need to.
You should. It's so
I
good.
also haven't seen it yet.
I need to see the original.
Yeah.
Okay, you're out of this equation. This is whatever.
I want to see it. I really badly do. And then I can watch Romulus and just miss all the context of every other Alien movie. I almost said Halo movie.
You did this with John Wick 4.
What about Prometheus?
Prometheus is so
we can
good.
skip Prometheus and Covenant.
Aw, though.
How many are there?
A lot.
Well, there's
There's a lot of alien movies.
Alien and Aliens are good. And just leave it at that.
The franchise is much bigger than that, though.
Yeah, the franchise has
It got the Resident Evil treatment.
yeah.
Oh boy.
I haven't seen those
Alien
movies.
and Aliens, and that's it. And I hear Romulus is good, and it takes place between the two of them.
There you go.
Okay, that's a good setting.
I haven't
And
seen the old Resident Evil movies.
original
in a while.
writer was back on it, correct?
Oh, were they?
The guy
I can't remember their name
wrote the
or
first one with Ridley Scott.
Yeah. Or maybe it's Ridley Scott was back involved.
I know
I can find out.
both Cameron and Scott were like gave their thumbs up to this one,
Okay, maybe that's what it was that I'm thinking of.
because this one's Fede Alvarez who directed it.
Yes, I did see that. I'm looking it up right now currently.
But yeah, no, I got an early start on my October horror movie list. I know it's not
Ooh.
October yet, but I got an early start on it. I watched a movie, Creep. Have you seen this one? It's
Not
with
that I'm aware.
oh gosh, I forget his name now. Mark Duplass.
No, I haven't seen this one then yet.
It's a found footage one. And it's about a guy who goes to Wyoming because he's hired to film a video journal for a guy who's dying of cancer. And the guy is Mark Duplass, and he is creepy and crazy. Was thus the title, Creep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like it lives up to the title.
Yeah, it's very unsettling.
I need to watch that now.
Yeah,
I need you to. Yeah, it's like you need to send that to me. I literally, I think, what was it like last week? Watched like a bunch of analog or found footage horror thingies on YouTube with a few of my friends, and it was a delight.
Yeah, Creep was really good and very unsettling.
I had to give that a watch. We also, Jackson, this upcoming month of Halloween, you watching horror movies, boy. There's no way around it. I love you. We're watching some horror movies.
Okay, I'm down. I actually have a couple of suggestions of things that I want to watch.
All right.
Like I want to watch the original Blair Witch Project. I've never seen it. I've heard it's spooky. I want to watch Alien. Predator would be fun as well.
It's more action.
Predator's just a good time anytime.
Predator's a great time. I can make some fun food for that.
And Prey. And watch Prey.
Oh, yeah.
Prey should be the blueprint for every one of those movies they do going forwards. Just give me predators in, like, the hunters in various eras with, like, true blue casts speaking the native dialects. Like, I ate that movie up. It was done very well.
It was so good. It was so good. Like, give me like a predator in prehistoric Africa. Like, that would be so fucking badass.
That would go so hard.
It would be so badass.
I also still need to see Friday the 13th to finish off the classic slasher.
We gotta finish that up.
group.
I'm excited. I'm gonna take
you've seen
of that.
Halloween?
No, I haven't seen that one either.
That's the
Yeah.
original
slasher?
Nightmare.
I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street. I've seen Scream.
And
You saw Scream though before you saw. Well, actually, no. You saw Friday,
Elm Street
Nightmare on
before
Elm Street
Scream.
first, and then
And-
Scream.
I have to question if that's truly the original or if My Bloody Valentine, the original My Bloody Valentine would be the original slasher. Because it came out quite, I want to say it was early to mid 60s maybe?
I think so.
I'd have to do a search. I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah.
I used to be really into horror movies, but it's been the better part of a decade since I really just slipped away from them.
There's some really good ones
I
that
mean,
have
we
come
could
out
make
as
the
of late.
argument too that Psycho.
Oh, American Psycho?
No, just Psycho.
Just
okay.
Psycho. Yeah.
Although I know
I also
Jackson
want to
hasn't.
rewatch The Thing because it's been too long.
Oh yeah,
Like John
the original.
Carpenter's.
Oh yeah.
Not
Can
the
I
thing
also
from
throw-
outer space, the black and white. Original that John Carpenter's is a remake of.
For some other classics I'll throw at you. Pet Cemetery.
That's
Also a good
apparently
classic
that's
watch.
getting a remake.
Another one.
Like, yeah, an actual, like,
Oh, okay.
faithful to the book remake.
Oh, cool. And then the other one I'd like to throw at people is Candyman.
Candyman's great.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
And neither of them are like the scariest movies in the world, but they're definitely worth watching.
Candyman's great.
Candyman's so good. I have told Jackson multiple times, I don't fuck with the thing of saying that name in the mirror. Nah. I'm not stupid.
Also, any of the Jordan Peele horror are great.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I need to see them. I also need to watch A Quiet Place too.
I love A Quiet
Or
Place.
any
I
of the
think-
Ari Aster horror.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we've seen Hereditary.
He's seen Hereditary, and I have seen
Midsommar?
Midsommar. I watched that with my parents for the first time.
Oh, how'd that go?
And, well, so I didn't know about the very interesting scene towards the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm being very careful with my words here because I don't want to spoil
I know.
what happens in the movie. But my mom and my dad were watching this and looked at me. It's like, why did you recommend this movie to watch with us? Because they watched Hereditary. The moment my mom found out that it was related to any kind of demonic shit, she's super not into it. She immediately started yelling, "Is like, get this out of our house right now!" and she was going for the Bible because I know she has a copy of it somewhere. And it was the funniest thing because my dad was like, "Stop overreacting. You're crazy."
They would love that I have an original edition Mattel Ouija board in my bedroom.
Hey, I'm gonna say that's fucked up, Corey. Corey, that one's fucked up. We don't fuck with that.
I know
Howdy.
Ouija boards are toys.
It's a board
but I can't.
game.
Dude,
Yeah, totally.
do you have you just say hi to Captain Howdy?
Yeah, exactly. So you're safe.
Anyway, all
I'm
right.
stronger than the spirits.
All right.
Yeah.
So, spooky season's upon us. We're going to be talking a lot more about horror movies and demons and hauntings and shit. But right now, we got some festival shit to get taken care of.
Yeah.
Y'all ready for this?
Ba, 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 ba.
Get your jock jams on.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Let's get our ELO starting to play at like the beginning of the bowls.
Beep, 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 boop, beep, 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 boop, beep, 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 boop.
Your Chicago Bulls. All right. The party meets up. I'm not doing a recap because I literally just did a recap before we did the banter. The party meets up over in Barrel Square because I mean, obviously that's where all the parties happen in Rumplank. If it's a party, it's happening in Barrel Square. So you all, the two crew, meet up in Barrel Square, where the crowd's already raucous. I mean, the crowd is already basically half drunk, and folks are loud. There's music playing. There's confetti going on. Glitter's getting shot. Like fireworks are getting shot. You would think that the festival is already underway, but that is not the case. The festival's literally hasn't begun yet. You get up on the stage, at the stage where at the end of the ceremony, where the ceremony is always capstone with the rum run, the winner of the rum run is celebrated. You get onto that stage, and the royal red feathers are there. Prince Kalupi's there. Princess Atrelia's there. The king and the queen. And they welcome you to the stage. Welcome the heroes of Rumplank. Welcome them, everybody. It is my honor, it is my duty to officially declare that the Founders Day festivals are now open. And with that, everybody just cheers, and there's a crowd erupts in joy, and you hear gunfires getting shot off. It's a pirate town. Guns getting shot off into the air. Fireworks are getting shot off. Beers getting thrown up, and rum's like thrown up into the air as everybody starts to cheer, and like it's deafening. Everyone around you. The streets are alive with color. Like the sights and the sounds and the smells are just intoxicating. Basically, you see every ancestry that you could possibly imagine that you've come across from the Indigo Isles and beyond have poured into Rumplank. Everybody from Gamayans to Orpox to Choys to Cragracks. And you see even some of the more rare ancestries of the Indigo Isles. What were they? What were their names? The Zoddles are there. Those are the ex-Lottle people. Well, what are the Dream Bunnies called again? I forgot. I forgot what their names. The Dream Bunny ancestries. Like basically, all the rare ancestries, and of course, you got your goblins and your orcs and your humans and your elves and your cat folk. Like basically any ancestry that you could think of, you notice here, and they're all in the streets of Rumplank, all jostling one another to check out the stalls. You see stalls of street food, merchandise, festival games. Like darts getting thrown at balloons, ring toss, a rum plank version of skee ball. You know, where you throw up like a small turtle that curls up almost like an armadillo, and you got to throw it up into a little bucket, roll it up into a bucket like skee ball. But the first main event of the day of any Founders Day festival is always, and I mean always, the Peerless Ruby Tall Tail Trial. And it is taking place in the open area of, let me pull up my map here, of Pink Water Well. And if somebody wants to go ahead and give me a quick either Rumplank lore if you have it, or a Society secret rolls, I could tell you a little bit more about Pink Water Well.
Okay, let's see.
And I'm pinging it on a map here. And it is basically one of the more open areas of Barrel Square, and it's all surrounding this well.
Uh-oh.
Anybody else want to roll a secret or a secret Rumplank lore or Society check?
I'll do Society check. Why not? What's the worst
I'm
that
all
could
right,
happen?
thanks.
Yeah.
You saw
All right.
I
Well,
tried doing private.
Vesuvia, you have heard, even though you're not really from Rumpling, you've heard through passing here in town that the Pink Water Well is known as such because there is a spring of never-ending watered-down red wine at this well. And it's potable. It's a potable, watered-down red wine. And young Gamayans here in town are taught that the patron god, the local patron god of drunkenness, so not Caden Kalian, although Caden Kalian probably has something to do with it, but the local god of drunkenness, Zerlu, as they are known, is responsible for the well's magical supply. But as a cleric, you know that I won't say disillusioned, but adults know the actual secret behind it, so kind of like Santa Claus. Adults know better, that it's actually just Prismatic Colby and his clergy are responsible for keeping the potable water source actually potable and fun, quote unquote fun for the local youths. So it's not actually alcoholic.
So you're telling me the priests aren't providing the teens with alcohol?
No, they're not. It's not actually alcoholic. It's just
Rat.
prestidigitation.
I was thinking it was just another piece of proof that Prismatic's not a good guy. He may not be the villain of this campaign, but that doesn't mean Zelda's not coming back for him.
Yeah, it's just
If he's not careful, he's going to become the villain of the campaign.
it's just a local, little local legend, that an urban legend, if you will, that the youths know about.
It's a cool little flavor item in Rumplank, honestly.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is. Like, from a player perspective, it's really nice. It's fun. It's different.
So
Red wine fountain. Fuck yeah.
So the Peerless Ruby Tall Tail. I'll give you this as well, Vesuviac, that the annual Peerless Ruby Tall Tail trial was founded decades ago by a vermilion dragon living in the nearby jungle by the name of Peerless Ruby. While she was visiting Rumplank that year for the festival, it quickly caught on with the boastful and boisterous people of Rumplank. It's it's one of the simpler contests here at the festival, but it's one that is always enjoyed and thus has become the opener of the festival. So you would know that and kind of take a little bit of pride in that a dragon was the one that actually started this contest.
Hell yeah.
So how this is going to work, Timothy, is that there's going to be multiple contestants that take place in this, and we're going to roll for which contestant goes first. And each contestant is going to take a turn telling a story and boastfully telling it to the crowd. You can embellish as much of the details of your story as you want, just to make it as exciting as you want. And whoever tells the story next has to incorporate one element from the end of the previous story. So basically take an element for the very last sentence and incorporate that into your story, and then go on. And basically how this is going to work mechanically is each storyteller is going to attempt either a performance check to tell just an entertaining story, or a deception check to tell such a big friggin' lie, kind of like Paul Bunyan, you know? Like, there's no such thing as a blue ox. Like, we all know this. But it's such a big lie that we buy into the story regardless. So this would be a deception check to tell such a big lie that the crowd just buys into it, despite knowing the fact that it is a lie. And we just go on, so on and so forth. The winner at the end, so as you approach and kind of like throw your hat into the ring, the person who is judging the contest is an old dragon. You could tell that they are quite old because they're kind of walking paunched over bipedal on a cane, and they hold up a handheld horn. You could tell that the horn is made from some kind of really fancy wood, and it's been hand carved, and it is gorgeous. And you can tell that it is worth a lot of gold. This right here will go to the winner.
Okay. All right. Timothy's totally not at all nervous now with the unfortunate curse being mentioned to him about misfortune being on him. Yeah, no, he's thinking about this now. And I think as he's like thinking about this, he actually hears the Dark Star in his head being like, "You're a fucking moron. You realize this, right? We are not going to do good. We are going to lose." And then like Carrie Underwood comes in and is like, "Dearie, I really don't think this is a good idea. You shouldn't do this. You're gonna make yourself look like kind of let's be frank, a little bit of a fool in front of the guy you're trying to romanticize and all that fun jazz." And Timothy's like, relax. I've got this. Timothy Bono does not have bad luck when it comes to telling tales.
All right. Well, and real quick, what I'm going to do is I am going to I'm going to DM the rest of you all, because I'm going to have each of you play one of an NPC of your choice. Just make up a voice, or do a voice, and you guys can, the other three of you can just play an NPC. And I have some story prompts, and you can choose to roll. All right, I'm going to DM you in Discord. So Jackson, Rachel, and Corey.
I'm excited for this.
I've already named my NPC. It came to me really fast.
Oh, I have an NPC as well.
All right, so the five of us are going to roll. Let's just roll a d20 to see who goes first for initiative.
Do it.
Okay.
Well,
made
well,
mine
well.
secret.
Look at that.
Jesus Christ, Jason, relax, brother.
It's okay. The DM burned a nat 20. He can't use it against us.
I just need Rachel to roll now. Just roll E20.
I did roll. It was just a secret roll.
Oh, you
Private
did?
GM. I had it selected wrong.
I don't see anything on my screen.
Oh,
Well,
I'll roll again.
Where I see that one, but I don't see one from Jackson.
yeah, same.
Oh, I
rolling
see
again.
Suviak.
I got a 1.
Okay.
I get to go last.
Hey,
All right. So, first up here is a character that Syl, if they were there in the crowd, would recognize. I don't know, Syl, are you here listening to the Tall Tales?
I'm here keeping an eye on Timothy.
Ah, yeah, so you would recognize this character.
Sit. Hecky Pack.
Hacky Pack, the Gamayan inventor,
Yeah.
walks up. He's like, all right, I get to go first. Let's start it off here. There once was a Gamayan archivist who proclaimed this tale that just after there was this very industrious scarab-shaped eldom. You know, one of them animal spirits, them elemental spirits. And this scarab eldamon was one that represented life. You know, like they do in Assyrian, like in that far off desert place where them scarabs are like them beetles are just like they represent life. I don't get it either, but let me tell you this: the eldamon, they're these spirits that can inhabit creatures and objects, and you know, if this one kept shifting between a creature and the people that lived in this village in Syria. And it would grant them this jolt, this vim and vigor, you know. And every time they would get this jolt, these crazy things would happen. And I mean, these things that would just are such the knee slappers, and you these things are like there was this one time where the scare went inside this person, and when the person walks right outside the door, I shit you not, like they walked into a bucket and then they toppled over and then they fell into a pile of camel crap. It was just the funniest damn thing I've ever seen in my life. And well, after that, the eldamon left and all the sensations would just leave and everything would be such a bore and such what's the word I'm trying to think of here? I can't think of it. But life would just be so boring. The point of the story is never upset your eldamon, because even if they give you shit, your life's going to be boring. Thank you. And Pecky Pack leaves the stage. And with that, next up, we have Mr. Otrav. And let me give you your prompt real quick.
Your character to yes and.
And so the yes and is when life gives you shit. Never piss off an eldamon.
Once more, what was the cross?
So never piss off an eldamon.
Okay. So yeah, walking out onto the stage is the most stereotypical looking pirate you can imagine. Peg leg, striped shirt, red bandana, like tattered breeches, cutlass, but incredibly old, like so old. And he'll walk up and he goes, I'm Scrimshaw Jack, and it's true, you should never piss off one of them spirits. You see, there was this time I was, there were these people and they had this event, this thing going on. They had to get this cake with layers. You see, this multi-layered cake. And, the woman, she was on it, but, she was chill, but, the groom, he was just wrapped up in everything, he was just a negative Nancy, part of my language, but, sometimes you gotta say these things. So, by being so negative around this there cake, it absorbed his bad jubes, his bad vibes. He sprinkled the naughty confetti on it. He just kind of stares off into the distance for like 5 seconds longer than a normal pause. Yeah, that cake, kid. It ate him. It was backwards. Sulky, get out, but they came together and just ate them. And then some people that were there, they were all wearing like fancy clothes and get-ups. They slayed it, they slayed it, and they got him out, and he was real polite after that. So sometimes you got to remember that you shouldn't have to get eaten by a cake to be humble. And yeah, he'll just walk away.
All right. And give me a secret roll. Are you, I'm guessing eating the cake would probably be a deception roll. So just roll a d20.
Just a flat d20, you got her.
Make it secret.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure Scrimjaw's Jack put on a great performance that everybody clearly understood.
All right. And next up, we have Jackson.
You're muted.
I clicked to unmute and then it muted me again. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So next coming up onto the stage is a gnome who stands maybe about 3 feet tall, has a beard that drags on the floor with multiple colors, and a nose that sticks out probably about like good 2 feet, just to add to his very cartoony appearance. And he turns to her and he goes, "Well, I know a lot of things about cake, that's definitely for sure. Like that one time when I went down to the docks to get myself a cake because I was so hungry. But it was really weird because the cake stand wasn't in the normal spot, and I wanted to try and get the slice, so I was looking for it. I was really trying to find it, and out of nowhere, I saw the princess just running around on the docks, and so I thought, oh, I bet royalty knows where cake is, so I decided to follow her, and then out of nowhere, she was surrounded by this band of pirates that all seemed to want to get something from her. It was led by this guy, I think they named him Brutus the Brute. Not very creative, but names are tough to come by nowadays. So I sat there watching this entire thing go down. Looked like they were trying to rough her up, but then out of nowhere, she just pulled out 2 scimitars and just starts spinning, like full on spinning. And he just starts spinning in circles on the stage with his arms out to try and demonstrate his point. And after a moment, he goes, and when I looked up again, all the pirates were dead and the princess was completely gone. I have no idea where she went, but I did find my cake stand. So I guess if you ever want to find some cake in this city, just go find royalty. They can take you to it. And he just hops off the stage and just walks back into the crowd, not fully clocking that he just outed the princess.
I have no beef with this strange little man,
I
but
like your funny words, Magic Man.
yeah.
Well, here we go. Here's Timothy's turn.
I hate it here. God damn. I hate that I said I wanted to do this. Oh, yeah, sure. Fucking good idea, dumbass.
This is all going on in Timothy's head. As a Dark
I
Star and Carrie both agreed that this is a terrible idea.
I mean, Timothy's dad's like, no, man, Chip, you got this. And he's like, Dad, shut the fuck up. I don't have this. What are you on about?
Timothy just needs to remind himself, but he needs to remind himself every day of his life. He needs to just pretend he's Zaba and he'll be fine.
So, what was your end part for your thing, Jackson?
The
You're muted.
cake for royalty?
Something like if you want to find cake, find a royal and follow them.
So I would condense that as if you follow the royals, you'll find what you need.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, okay. I think Timothy, he has to like steel his nerves for a second, and I think there is a moment where like the Dark Star's like, so do you have a plan? He's like, nope, and walks out to the stage, and he definitely has like that pose and that confidence and that swagger as he's walking up. And he has like a beat where he's thinking, and he takes in the words of like, honestly, I have followed a lot of royalty in my life. We've seen a lot of royals all over the world, trust me. Royals where I grew up though, oh my god, do I have stories to tell about them. You ever seen a king run away from a giant monster because he let it out by accident onto the town? Oops, that kind of just happens sometimes. Unfortunately for myself, I was just in that town kind of traveling around, looking for money day in, day out, when all of a sudden, a giant fucking Goliath monster was walking through the town, destroying things, and I was like, what the hell's going on? The king was like, and I said, what the fuck are you doing here, king? And he was just so fucking scared he pissed his pants. Like, he was pissing his pants, like, in front of everybody. And everyone's like, what the fuck? The king's a piss pisser. There he is. He's just pissing his pants. And he kind of ran away, pissing his boots and all that kind of stuff. So thank God they had me there, though, because I took that thing out with one clean hit from a gun right in between the eyes, and it just, boom, fell down on the ground. No struggle at all whatsoever. So I guess don't listen to your king sometimes, because they're just piss pissers. They piss their pants.
Roll me 2 D20.
Cool.
Secret.
Cool. Just D20s?
Yeah, 2 D20. Oh yeah, add your
Yeah, I was like,
add your performance.
okay, cool.
Timothy just turns around and finds that they're face to face to the king.
Oh yeah. Okay, there you go. Oh yeah, you have your things. That's right. Okay, the crowd just kind of looks at Timothy and was just like, yay.
The Dark Star's like, you.
A tomato flies from the back row and lands dangerously close to Timothy's head on the wall behind him. And
Timothy does not blink. He is used to this scenario, and he just walks away.
You track it backwards, and it's Zaba.
Yeah, he, like, this tracks. That's fine. And just walks, and he's just like, I can never be seen in this town again. I fucking fumbled.
Yay. And last but not least, after that, royals are piss pissers. Don't always listen to them.
Royals are piss pissers. That's the lead-in you left me with.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, we could just end on
fumbled.
Timothy, but okay. I have a name. I don't have a name, but a little. What are they called? Galtzagories? The little pixies?
Yeah.
Around here?
The little
Yeah,
ladybug
one of
pixies.
those comes up. Yeah. Comes up on stage, and, so these are very tiny things, but this little one is very self-important and, very uppity, and kind of glances at Timothy and says, well, of course, we shouldn't listen to royals. If you want to know how to be important and really, really awesome like me, you have to listen to the Lady in the Mist, because the Lady in the Mist has an inn. And when you go there and you sleep, you go to the Magic Islands. And on the Magic Islands, you learn how to be a hero. You stack rocks, and you walk on planks, and you stand upside down. And then when you wake up, you're a hero. And that's how you do it. So don't listen to the royals. Just go to the Magic Living Islands, and then you can be awesome like me.
And roll that secret D20.
Just a D20. Got it. Did it work? This time?
It did.
Yay.
All right. And with that, we go the old dragon. And anybody else going to perform this year? No? All right. With that, this year's winners are... And there's a drum roll. In first place, we have... Did you give your gnome a name, Jackson?
Belantio.
Oh my god!
Oh. Yay! I can buy so much cake with this. Oh, congratulations, Belantio!
A peg leg comes flying from somewhere in the crowd and locks Belantio on the back of the head.
You literally rolled a natural 20.
Let's go! I
Wow.
made a 20 on this.
Yep. And it says here, the best critical success roll is the grand prize winner, and you are the only critical success.
What did I roll, Jason? I'm morbidly curious.
does this
You
mean
rolled. So you got a 7 because that was your lowest.
Yeah.
What was your second? It was a 7 and a 12.
Damn.
So
And
you
plus
you
the
have a
12.
plus 12. So a 24 would have been a success, and a 7 is not a success by just 1.
I'm so mad.
By just 1.
Whatever.
All right. Well, next up, as Timothy in his upset stupor, like, why did I do this? My God,
Yeah.
I'm such a moron. I'm such an idiot. Makes his way over to the next event, which is just about to start. The Pirate Panache, to cheer on Syl as Vesuviac has thrown a towel around his neck and is massaging Syl's shoulders. Syl just limbering up, getting ready for the Pirate Panache. The Pirate Panache is a dueling event. In this event, Vesuviac, since you succeeded on the society check, you know that it's a dueling competition in which duelists will compete with each other to earn the title of top duelist. Each duelist is given a sash based off of their experience with the festival. Basically kind of like martial arts belts. You got like green, yellow, red, black, and each one is in increasing order. There are 7 black sashes, each bearing a number. So Dan 1 through Dan 7. So Dan 1 is the lowest, Dan 7 is the highest. But due to Syl's accomplishments, they are granted a yellow sash instead of a green sash.
Ooh.
For our listeners, this is going to be using the combat dueling rules, which you can find in the Pathfinder Game Mastery Guide. But one of the modifications that we're doing is that this is going to be a first blood match. So the first duelist to get a hit in wins. So we're not doing the full-on like duel to the death. We're just doing first blood. So for you, Rachel, during the competition, you can challenge higher-ranked competitors. If the challenger wins, the two duelists between the two of you trade sashes. If the challenger loses, each contestant gets to keep their sashes, and the loser cannot challenge that duelist again. So green can challenge yellow, and yellow sashes and take theirs. Yellows can challenge red and take their red. Red can challenge black and take their black. And then Don's 1 or 2. Reds can challenge black sashes with Don's 1 or 2 and take their black sashes. And then the black sashes can challenge other black sashes as long as their number is 2 higher than their own. So you can't, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you can only challenge up so many ranks.
Correct.
Got it.
It has to
only
be
one.
at least, at minimum, 2 above your own. You can't
Oh, at
challenge one
minimum 2
immediately above you.
Sure, fair.
All right. Okay. So you are starting at yellow just based off of your accomplishments.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me the first person you would like to challenge.
So I can challenge, it has to be at least 2, but it could be all the way at the top. Is that correct? Or is there a ceiling to how high I can challenge? As yellow, I can challenge red or higher, or just red?
You can just challenge red.
Red it is.
Going over the rules again, just for our listeners who, do you want to go over the rules for us, Rachel?
I'm sure. So at each round, we roll deception, intimidation, or perception, and we choose secretly so that our opponent does not know which one we choose, although I'm not sure exactly why that matters. Depending on which skill you use for initiative, you will get a different reaction that you can use that round, and also that reaction has additional benefits if your opponent chooses a specific one of the 3 skills for initiative. So it's a little rock, paper, scissory.
Yeah, the reason you would roll it secret is because if you're doing a duel to the death,
right.
And then I would know that, oh, hey, their deception is their lowest, you know?
Mm-hmm. Sure, right. In the single round, it does not.
Yeah, in a single round.
Although we could have more than 1 rounds. I just am doubtful that would happen.
Okay. So we both roll at the same time, and based off of what we roll, we can get a reaction. And so either bullying press, deceptive sidestep, or sense weakness. All right. So are you ready to challenge this red sash? So in front of you, as you challenge the red sash, in front of you, you see this rather slim compared to other crag racks that you have seen before. A rather slim looking crag rack, very svelte, kind of spidery, long arms, kind of skinny, almost like, looks like they're made of slate stone.
Ooh.
Like they're very asymmetrical, because crag racks don't like symmetry. And their eyes are these ruby red eyes. And she's like, I do accept your challenge, Syl. And it is my honor to duel with you. please join me in the dueling arena.
Great. Toss Subiac this towel thing and
The towel thing.
the towel thing, yeah. And follow her to wherever we're going.
Okay. And we will roll. I'm going to roll my secret roll.
Okay. I can just make mine public, right? Because you can see it either way.
Yeah, you can just go ahead
Okay.
and make it public. That's fine.
I got it.
Cool.
31.
Choose
I
them.
used perception.
Okay. Now we both rolled perception.
Okay.
So we both. What is so
The
what?
sense weakness. It's sense weakness. Before you do a melee strike, you can make them flat-footed.
All right, but she goes first
No.
because she.
Yeah, this is gonna be over fast.
We'll see. She gets to roll a d20 plus 17.
My AC is 26, so my odds are
Yeah,
pretty
that's what
good.
a 7 or above to hit you.
Yeah. Something like
All right.
And I have no reaction yet because I haven't acted yet this round. Okay.
All right. And she does get a hit on you.
Okay. The most anticlimactic duel ever.
Because you are off guard to this strike.
Correct.
She's like, and she bows in front of you as you or she doesn't bow.
Would you
She
be
co-
off guard?
It's part of the reaction.
Oh, it's
because
part of
she
the...
used perception, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Syl's character cannot be caught flank anymore. She can't be, or they can't be off guard due to flanking. Is that's what you're thinking of? But no, as
Deny advantage, yeah.
as the crack comes in, they come on through, do a quick spin and then a back kick, like in Taekwondo, a spinning back kick, and just catch you right in the gut. And then, as you get hit, they just look at you for a moment and then bow. It was my honor. Thank you for this match.
Yeah, that was great. Good luck hitting other people, I guess. I'm sure you'll do great. So we'll walk back over and look at Vesuviac and Timothy and just, okay, we participated in this festival. Should we go find Zaba now, or I don't.
You're just done? That's it? GG? That's it?
Just
I did
one
a fight.
I mean-
I'm pretty sure that's all I'm supposed to do, right? Do you want me to go fight more people?
I mean,
I can go try.
I thought
mean-
there was more to the game than that, yeah.
Yeah, the more
Oh.
people you fight, I guess,
Okay.
the better it is.
So we'll look around. Is there another red sash standing around? I don't know if this is actually the end or not. I was assuming that was it.
No, there's 7 of each. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
you
okay.
can. I mean,
So no, yeah. So we'll
it's
look
basically
and
it's
find another
basically-
one and
Yeah.
walk up to them. You look like you're the right color belt. Do you want to go punch each other? I challenge you.
Still throws their ring.
Yeah, slaps them with a glove and then drops it on the ground.
Right. I need to borrow those Zaba's
Oh, no.
gloves. Magic
Those
gloves.
Zaba's gloves don't come off. He has his... I was reading those gloves. I can store my sword in them.
That's pretty baller.
His sword is stored in them, for the record. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, it's completely up to you. If you wanna continue, you can. If you don't want to,
So walked up to another person and challenged them very formally.
okay. And this time you run into a Chichori, and the Chichori is carrying a trident. They're like, gee, I think you can take me on. All right. Let's do these, as they say.
Okay.
Very well, we can do
I
these.
think we go over here.
Aha, yeah. Yay. And let us roll.
Okay.
I suppose I should make this secret to myself.
Oh, good. Yeah, 24 this time.
Has Syl subtly slipped on some like brass knuckles at this point?
I was thinking about cheating and telling Vesuviac to cast a spell on me, but
Ooh,
I
that'd
don't
be good.
think-
That'd be good.
yeah, I don't think Syl cares enough.
That's
They're
fair.
just putting on a show until the prince and the king and everyone stops looking and we can sneak away.
Vesuviac's also too much of a goody two-shoes to do it.
So what happens in a
You could offer
tie?
guidance.
I didn't read anything. I mean, if it's
I'm
like
guessing
normal initiative, the enemy goes first.
Yeah, I'm guessing the
But-
enemy goes first.
Yeah, I did not take that feat that
Could
lets
always
me
roll
have.
as it. Just roll again.
Yeah, roll off.
All right. So they will, and they rolled. Which one was it? The
Intimidation.
the deception one.
Okay, so
To deceptive sidestep.
when I hit them, they can make me roll again.
So, but they won the initiative, so they get to hit you first, right?
Yeah.
They get to attempt.
They get to try.
All right. AC
Does
25.
This one also.
Nope,
That's a miss.
25 misses. Missed by 1.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Do we get a full round of actions, or are we just literally just smacking
It's
at
just
each other?
just smacking.
Okay, so it's just one of those slap matches.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All
So-
right.
You in a duel, you are trained in deception. So you draw your enemy in and pull away at the last moment. The triggering opponent must roll again and take the second result
If I hit.
if you hit.
Okay. And they use deception, so my sense weakness makes them flat-footed until the start
Yep.
of their next turn, which I
Yeah,
don't
which
think
I'm
is
sure
any
you're going to
different
hit.
because there's only one action. Okay. I'm swinging. Should I still use my cards, or do I need to do an unarmed
you can
strike?
use your weapons.
Okay.
They're using their trident.
They are?
Mhm.
Sure.
That
25.
is a hit.
Do I roll again because of
Yep.
the deception? Okay. And they're flat-footed.
Same
25.
roll. So that is a hit, and you now win. You are now a red sack.
Okay. I slap them. There. Look, Vesuviac. You like red, right?
I mean, I am red.
Does that mean you like the color?
I guess.
What is your favorite color? Now I'm curious.
You know, through all my years of being a dragon and protecting my territory and burning the invocational village, I've never stopped to think about my favorite color.
Oh, it's criminal. Anyways, good job, still.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Should I go beat up more people? Do you think the prince will be scared? Sorry, the king.
I mean, the prince is probably already scared of you, I'm not gonna lie. But
It'd be nice to scare the king, making
I
him
don't
realize
exactly-
that he can't just take our shit.
I don't think this contest would necessarily scare the king, though.
they know you
Oh.
can do a real mean slap.
Right.
That's what it
That's
is.
true. We should probably use other tactics to scare him. All right.
That's fair.
Well, we can go find Zaba. He's really good at scaring the king.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Sure.
Here you go. And so we'll hand this sash over to Vesuviac, and then the yellow one to Timothy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I got a sash now.
Yeah.
I feel like I won something.
I mean, your story was really good, Timothy.
It only
Just-
works back home. I should have not brought it here.
I mean, that gnome did that twirl. Like,
gnome
you
was
can't
so
compete with
good.
that.
The
Yeah.
gnome was so much better. It's like
Yeah.
they brought a party clown, and I was fucking shop over there. I was dying.
I'm sure
Yeah.
next year they'll appreciate your stories more.
I'd like to think that the gnome at this point has considered that the giant wooden horn is a giant drinking horn and has filled it with ale.
Zaba has robbed that man already. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Zaba, giant golden horn. He's not going to leave that up to chance. He needs it.
That's a new weapon right there, baby.
Yeah, he was present for that event. He wandered off somewhere before the second event to continue with his little project. But yeah, no, that horn is his.
And with that, the three of you walk off. And as you walk off, gonna roll real quick. All right, Vesuvia, you notice that as you're walking off, you actually happen to see that in the dueling pit is the princess. And she is, as a matter of fact, carrying 2 scimitars and spinning like a whirling dervish.
Whoa.
I guess that gnome was right after all.
And on her waist is a black satin with the number 7, as she is the 7th Don. Second, and the second to the top.
I think we should probably consider this if we are wanting to continue to antagonize the king.
I apologize. Not 2 scimitars, a rapier and a main goat.
Still pretty baller.
We've got a
Yeah,
bit
if
of a
not more
warrior
dangerous.
princess vibe over here.
Ah, shit. We got Xena.
It'll be fine. I mean, we have a red belt, so I'm sure we can handle it.
No.
That's what, 4 steps below?
We also have a yellow one, so if we combine them, it's basically the same thing.
Orange
They make
belt.
orange. They make orange. That is not the same as black.
Yeah.
So as you walk to go meet up with Zaba, to prepare Zaba's float for the grand parade, you passed the show of skills, in which 2 groups are currently on 2 stages opposite one another. One of them is a group of wildfire leshies who are juggling all manners of objects. You see frogs and the turtle armadillo creature things and rocks and bottles of rum. These wildfire leshies are just juggling. And then the opposite stage, you see a group of Galtsagori sprites. Those are the little ladybug sprites who are singing what sounds like epic operatic rock. And on stage is this lead singer, and I am going to put it in our Discord chat because I want you to go ahead and describe this individual to our listeners.
I like their style. Sorry, I'm looking at them here.
It's just a pixie Freddie Mercury, essentially.
It really is.
It
It's
is.
just-
He's got like this floral flock with some roses on his back and what looks like a really trimmed down version of Jared Leto's pomegranate mohawk from the early to mid 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we got like some pink and black lightning bolts drawn on the side of the head. Yeah, they are. It's Freddie Mercury. It's the best way to describe it.
It's rocking like a lavender and gold clothing style.
That should have been white.
Yep, they are known as Barzy and the Ladybugs, and they've received this round of applause just as they appear on stage, thanking their diehard fans as they jam out to their hit song called "Work, Play, Love," which their biggest fans in the audience begin to swoon. For which afterwards, Barzy does a what's it called? The shout and recall that Freddie Mercury would do.
Oh, call and response.
Call and response. The Deo.
Yeah.
Deo. Deo. Deo.
So,
Deo.
I love a good call and response. I won't lie.
Yeah, I'm a
me
sucker
too.
for that.
Me too, man. All right, but regardless, you don't have to participate again and go up against Freddie Mercury. I'm sorry,
I'm good. I would lose. I don't want to catch that smoke.
Barzy. I'm sorry, Barzy. Now, folks, the Grand Parade. The Grand Parade. So, how this is going to work? Well, Vesuviac. Again, you know that the Grand Parade is probably one of the biggest set pieces of the entire festival. In fact, many of the Rumplink revelers plan their entire day around the parade in order to get the best seats or the best spots to look it out. Kind of like, honestly, kind of like at Disney, where you would, where you know there's going to be a special parade. Like you planned your spot to be at this location at this time, and then the rest of your day goes around that. The parade is basically a procession of costume dancers, musicians, a marching band, and in between all of those are going to be these very colorfully decorated floats. And we already know Zaba has a float plan. Now each float is themed and built by one of the groups here in Rumplink. Whether that's a guild or a union, a school, a neighborhood, and even the royal family. But how this is going to work mechanically is that there are going to be 3 checks that have to be made throughout the parade. So during the parade route, I'm going to ask for 3 checks. Now these checks can be any of these. They could be party lore, if you have it. I don't know if anybody has party lore.
Can't say I have party lore. Nope.
And then if you don't have that party lore, it could be any of these 5 others. Acrobatics, diplomacy, intimidation, stealth, or thievery. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to convince or intercept or steal the bouquet of flowers that are being thrown at the floats. The more whoever collects the most floral arrangements, whoever has the most floral arrangements on your float at the end of the parade is going to win, basically going to be quote unquote win.
So whenever the parade organizer comes around and informs Zaba that there's things involved, he's definitely angry for a little bit, and he's like, this is bullshit, I have to catch flowers. I just want to ride on my majestic float and then be set down in a good place to watch everybody during festivities. This is stupid. Or whatever, yes, we finish and we get in line.
Yeah, basically what happens is that the children will adorn the floats that they like the most throughout the
it's for
parade.
the children. They'll love this.
Yeah. The children who will adorn the floats will adorn the floats with flower arrangements that they like the most. All right. You ready for this? All right.
So
go ahead.
how many pirates, deckhands, warehouse staff, etc. did I manage to wrangle into?
I don't know. How much do you weigh?
Well, I'm 13 feet tall, largely muscle bound, but my bones would be lower density because I'm a frog. So, I don't know, probably 850 pounds.
Plus the size of the float, plus the actual
Yeah.
weight of the float.
So, did I manage to find like 40?
Sure.
Perfect.
Plus the 3 of your companions, if you can convince them.
Oh, well, I didn't make seats for them, but they can sit on the stairs.
No, I'm saying they can also carry you.
Oh, yeah. I guess if they're interested. But yeah, if they come to the warehouse, they'll see I've just got a bunch of just the grumpiest people from Rumplank organized into rank and file, preparing to lift what can only be described as a Xerxan throne onto their shoulders, as Zaba has prepared himself a full, essentially, what's the word? Algonquin? Is that the ornate, like, shoulder carry platform for royalty? Well,
no, you're talking
in my
about.
mind, I see Xerxan throne from 300.
It's Xerxes from 300.
Mhm.
That's the image in my brain.
It's like the pyramid. Yeah, it's like a pyramid.
Yeah, with a big throne on top. Nice and simple.
Do you adorn
And yeah,
yourself with basically all like jewelry
so
that
much-
and all your piercings?
Oh yeah, so much like white linen, an obnoxious amount of jewelry. He's holding his trident because it looks the most majestic from a seated position. Yeah, he's decked out. Zaba's gone all out to essentially put on a show and be lorded over. He wants people to know he's better than them.
Well, the parade leader calls for the main event. It is time for the festival's main event. Gamayans and Gamayettes, Galtsagori of all kinds, Cragracks, Chichori, Orpox, an endless procession of costumed dancers, musicians, and marching bands proceed through the city, interspersed with colorfully decorated floats. Some folks have been waiting for hours, taking all the spots with the best views. Everywhere, parents lift children onto their shoulders to see above the crowds. Each float has a different theme and is built by or on behalf of one of the groups in Rumplanks. And even the royal family has a float. The royal family's float is clearly the one of the most impressive, as they spared no expense on decorations. And the citizens craned their necks to see Prince Kalupi, Princess Atrelia, and their parents wave to the crowd. A sizable contingent of guards march by the royal family's float to keep excitable citizens from coming too close. Throughout the event, children and the young at heart attempt to gather different feathered floral arrangements thrown from each of the floats. And in the interspersed among these, you see a marching band. You see all manners of floats. Some of them are just, your basic ramshackle wagons that are, all they have is like a little bit of splash of paint and a couple of banners on them. The streamers, just some streamers that have been like stapled on.
The small town like car dealership truck, just like has a banner on the back next to people sitting on a igloo cooler.
Yep, basically.
I know this float all too well.
That's all it is. And then you see another group of dancers. And then, Corey, describe your float to the Rumplankian audience.
I imagine they see it like coming over a rise, And at first, it's just the uppermost point of sparkling, reflective goldenness. And then they see Zaba, but it doesn't line up because it's too high above the ground, even for him. But as they fully crest the hill, we see a mighty throne with Zaba seated upon it, draped in gems and jewelry, wearing like white linens, wielding his trident on top of a pyramid that has also been probably not well painted because he just got like all of the ruffians of town to do it, with like gold and silver paint that is just being carried atop of the shoulders of 40 odd sailors and drunkards and whoever else Zaba could essentially wrangle to carry this thing, just on massive wooden posts. For a pop culture reference, think very Xerxes throne, just made in less than 24 hours. And yeah, he's waving. He's, shooting finger guns at people every once in a while. Zaba's enjoying the spotlight. If he had fireworks, he'd set them off, but he does not have any of those strange materials at this time.
Fantastic. That is amazing. That's amazing. So as
and I should mention, Zaba has no intention of leaving this throne until the festival's over. He's going to order these pirates to just drop it in whatever seems to be the most fun festival square, and that's where it's going to lie until somebody either burns it or the royals clean it up in a week.
Excellent. So at the end of the parade, the two crew is now all back together. All four of you are finally back together. What do you do?
What a fucking float, dude. Holy shit.
You may approach my throne, my friends. I make this in honor of the boat and our Captain Sill and, our conquest over Davy Jones.
Timothy, I think we'll 100% ham it up. We'll be like, thank you for humbling us, Zaba, and even bows and flourishes, and he's absolutely doing this just to feed Zaba's ego, and laughs a little bit.
You may sit upon the upper steps.
Sick, thanks. I think he probably brought up some fair food for Zaba. It's yeah, I got some fried meat. Here you go.
Oh, hey, thank you. It is good view, but bad for, commerce.
Well, obviously. He's just gonna sit up on those fucking throne now, man.
Yes, how did you do in competitions? I saw your story, kind of.
Yeah, I know.
There was that gnome with crazy hair, and he was, that princess, I've heard stories about her, would not want to run into in, dark library hallway.
Yeah, that's oddly specific.
I hear she reads lots of books. Yeah, smart and dangerous.
A very dangerous combo. Probably takes a swig of his drink.
As Timothy and Zaba are chatting, I need Syl and Vesuviac, who are staying a little quiet. I want both of you to give me secret perception.
Okie dokie. Where is perception again? There it is. There you go. Secret roll has been given.
Okay, Syl.
Yeah.
You notice that as the float's kind of been left and Zaba's contingent of 40 grubby individuals have departed, walking kind of just nonchalantly along the sidewalk are two individuals. One is a human, rosy cheeks, kind of wearing clothes, just like your standard everyday clothes, shaggy brown hair, has a rapier on his side and is carrying a tankard, drinking. Next to him,
Okay.
standing, walking along next to him, is a dark-skinned woman wearing long, white, flowy gowns, accented in gold, carrying a scimitar on her side, eyes flaming red, hair flaming red, almost has a shimmer of angel wings in the right light, but not quite.
Weird.
And they just happen to be walking along. Towards you. You do get a sense that the human man has a rather warm, inviting presence to you. Almost kind of stirs up some memories. Well, not memories, some feelings of moments of celebration, like partying, like, you know, like the feelings of like, hey, these are some good times. By contrast, the woman's presence almost makes you want to get your act together. You know, almost like redeem yourself for some of your past actions. You know deep down inside that there's no doubt who these two individuals are. Clearly, Caden Kalian and Saren Ray are walking the streets of Rumpling. And that is where we'll leave this episode.
Uh-oh.
Oh, indeed. Suviak's in trouble.
I did nothing this time.
Oh, maybe you can swap gods.
Oh, nice. Skill.
You want to trade cards like trading cards?
Yeah.
Like,
You can, like,
Caden's
skill
there.
You guys
Caden-
Saren Ray for what was it again?
Yeah, you know, Caden Kalian's cool. His favorite weapon's the longsword, I believe.
Maybe
Rapier.
Suviak can
Rapier.
finally
Rapier?
fucking relax
Ah,
at that
damn.
point.
All right.
Less cool.
Who wants to take us out this week?
Sorry.
No. All right, I'll go.
Okay.
Well, thanks everybody for listening to the 25 North podcast. And thanks as always for giving us a review or leaving us a written review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you get. It's not Google Podcasts anymore. It's YouTube. Wherever you get your podcasts, we really appreciate it. And we really appreciate it for those who have gone the extra mile and helped us out on Patreon, because it keeps the podcast going. And you know what else keeps the podcast going? Word of mouth. That is what we live and die by. So if you know of anybody who would enjoy partying, rum, gods walking the earth, tell them about the 25 North podcast. And until then, may your party never end, folks.
May your party never end.
May your party
May
never
your
end.
party never end.
May your party never end.
The Jewel of the Indigo Isles Adventure Path is copyright 2023. All logos, titles, and artwork are property of Skyscraper Studios and Roll for Combat and used with permission. Pathfinder is a trademark of Paizo Incorporated. The theme music is written and performed by Robbie Whiplash.